I started to run now because I can't walk on my foot anymore, and it's like 3 more kilometers to go, and honestly, it's just mental how much of a brain thing this is. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It has been a while. I recently moved to Zurich. I started a job in a corporate law firm, so I drastically have less time to do any new videos as compared to when I was a student. After the marathon, I kind of laid low for a while. I didn't really have any challenges planned because honestly, it did mess my legs up quite well. But recently I started missing this little edge of having something big ahead of you. So I signed up for a 100-kilometer march. I chose this challenge because I think it will be quite feasible. I mean, walking is not as tough as running by far. Every time I go for hikes, I feel like I could go on for forever. And I just like the number 100 kilometers. It's quite the number. So I signed up for the Megamarsch in Munich. Why? Because it has a beautiful scenery. You walk from Munich almost to Innsbruck. So I thought, what better way to see this beautiful scenery than within less than 24 hours, overly tired, and with hurting feet. My goal as of now, I think I just want to be below 20 hours. Obviously I just want to do it, but the next goal will be below 20 hours. So let's see how this goes. So here we have my backpack, Swiss Army knife, cookies, other snacks, hummus as a snack, 2 liters of water, my headlamp, which has a great name that I didn't see when I bought it. Nice. I got a mask, power bank, sunglasses, sunscreen, the coolest hat in the world, some blister pads, disinfectant just in case I cut myself. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna be taking, except a bit more food, I guess, because in between the different stops, there is roughly always 20 kilometers. So on 20 kilometers, I think I'm gonna get hungry. So tomorrow I'm gonna buy some more bread. But otherwise, I want to keep it as light as possible. So yeah, I'll pack that up, go to bed early tonight to be ready for tomorrow.
Drei, 2, 1, bitteschön, viel Spaß. Wir sehen uns auf jeden Fall dann am Ziel wieder.
I thought there were going to be way less people, but right now I see how many participate, and it's just a huge line. 19 kilometers are down. We're about to hit the first food station. I don't really know what they have, but so far it's going pretty well. The walk's incredibly nice. Pretty much a big part of it was in the forest. Now we're hitting the sun for the first time in I think 10 kilometers. Which just makes it a lot less hot, and it's honestly super nice. Really nice area here around Munich. It's for the big part, it's flat. Yeah, feeling great, and almost a 50th done. All fueled up again. Super nice view. And most of the stuff we had was vegan. Who would have thought? So woke. I'm feeling still good. Start feeling my legs a bit. And very awkward filming between all of these people. I call good sized cereal bar. The group starts to disperse. I'm alone now. There's just a few people in front of me, but otherwise, alone. So cute. You tell me. approaching 40 now, so over a third is done. My legs have been feeling, I felt them for a while now. It's not hurting yet. It's pretty much stayed the same. I was worried it's going to get a lot worse over time. So far it's pretty good. And nature's just tremendous. Almost halfway there. I'm okay. I don't know what they put in those cereal bars, but like, I am stuffed. I ate one of them and I'm not hungry. And that's the last one I ate was 12 kilometers ago. Like, they're amazing for long walks. I'm carrying still 2 with me, so I think food-wise, pretty good. Little mistake before. Now I'm approaching 40 kilometers, and that was a bit of a downer because it's not halfway yet, but it's still already a long way in the whole march. And obviously I feel my legs and everything. It's also getting a bit chilly here, but it's still so nice. The sun is setting and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I think that it's already been the case for the marathon. This is kind of the just before you hit the halfway, just 10 kilometers to go to halfway, is kind of tough because you have not reached half, you're already far in and you already feel tired. But it's so nice. You see a lot of wild animals and everything, so you just kind of can keep your mind off things. Nature, I tell you. Ate something, drank a lot of broth because it's getting cold here. Scary. And stretched a bit, laid down for 2 minutes, and now I feel great again. Honestly, 2 minutes of just stretching and chilling a bit, and my legs feel not brand new, but definitely good. Definitely good. So, 60 kilometers to go. That's really the time where it's rough. I thought an hour ago I was between 50 and 60 kilometers, and I've just hit 55 kilometers now. So it's 55%, 45 kilometers still to go. It's 1 o'clock or something. My feet are done, and yeah, it's still the middle of the night. It's not gonna be day for a while. Now it's tough, really tough, and a kilometer just feels like 10 now. Rarely been this happy to hear shitty rock music from far away. The last 5 kilometers, so kilometer 55 to 60, felt at least as long as the first 20. And now just another 40 to go. On my way again, and getting up and starting to walk was probably one of the less cool things I had to do in life. Why do humans do this to themselves? I wonder. Well, here to find out. I've got enough time to think about it. It's 2 o'clock and it's getting chilly. I just had to take a painkiller because my feet were unbearably hurting. Like, I've never had. And it's, the pain in itself is okay. Like, it is very uncomfortable, and no, actually it hurts. Actually, it's pretty bad. But it's also mostly the thought of having to suffer through this for another, now I guess 30 kilometers and like 5 hours is just, blah. This is so horrible. So I took a painkiller, it just kicked in now. It's going a lot better. Not staying clean, but like if I want to finish this, that was necessary. And at this point, shout out to all the moms out there who gave birth. Like this is probably a 10th of the pain or whatever, 100th, I don't know. And like over hours, that F's with you mentally so hard. Like, damn. The sun rays are just peeking through, and I passed the 80-kilometer mark. But it's like, it's incredible how long 5 kilometers feel right now. It really feels like, just purely feeling wise, I should be at kilometer 90. I'm at 80. Another like 4 hours and my feet started hurting again like crazy. Well. We do it for the fun, don't we? Probably feel like freaking 15 hours we will be at kilometer 90 and my feet are so completely fucked. It's crazy. And it's just really so incredibly mentally challenging to say, oh, I'm about to have 90%, but I will still have to walk on these broken feet for at least 1.5 hours. I started to run now because I can't walk on my foot anymore, and running kind of changes up the way weight is distributed on my foot, and it's like 3 more kilometers to go, and honestly it's just mental how much of a brain thing this is. Everything on my body is fine except my feet. The outer side of my feet, they hurt so much. I just want to stop, but I'm 3 kilometers away. But still, it's 3 kilometers away. One of my blisters popped, so I officially look like, or walk like as well. I walked 100k. Oh, this hurts. Here it is. Finally. Blister. What even? Ow. So it's been 3 weeks since the 100k. Good news is I can walk again. Honestly, after the 100k, my feet were swollen for I think a good 4 days. I had to put them in water, ice cold water, for those 4 days straight, and eventually they swole off. But I mean, you can just see here what they looked like. And obviously walking at that point wasn't really an option. I had to do home office for the entire week. And ever since, honestly, I have to say my ankles have been a bit fragile. Like I twisted my left ankle on a hike. I've never before twisted an ankle on a hike. So I think my muscles are still recovering a bit. But anyway, that's enough of me whining. Just a little recap of what I thought of the entire march, how I found the organization and everything. So let's start with the organization. It was really well done, I found. I was really surprised by how well it was organized, because I thought over a stretch of 100 kilometers, how are they ever going to be able to have, you know, good food stations, to have everything marked out well, etc., safety, doctors, etc. And they really did have everything. I always felt safe because there were doctors every so and so many kilometers. There were enough food stations. Honestly, I was afraid that I was going to be very hungry, but I was never hungry. The path was perfectly well marked out. Honestly, in every little intersection there was a sign pointing you either to the left, to the right, go straight. That was really well done, I found. And the path, speaking of which, in itself was absolutely gorgeous. I would love to go back there and just, you know, enjoy it a bit more than what I did during the 100K, because the lakes, the mountains, the entire Bavaria area, was honestly absolutely gorgeous. But so now to the actual 100K. As you could probably see on the video, my mood gradually degenerated. I mean, I was not in a bad mood, but my feet started to hurt so much at one point. I think it was after kilometer 55 or so. And that was also the point where I thought I was already past 60, like I was close to 65, whereas actually just at 55. That also was a huge emotional downer. And so yeah, I was already 55 kilometers in, which is over half, but I knew, well, damn, I still have 45 kilometers to go, which is a good, I don't know, 8 hours. And my feet were really hurting. Every step was excruciating. I mean, I'm not exaggerating here, honestly, they were so painful. And I have to say, and that's not me trying to be cool here, had it not been for my feet, just my legs, my knees, my fitness, my alertness, my tiredness, everything would have allowed me to go on a lot longer, I think, or at least longer. But my feet, honestly, no go. Which brings me to the question, would I do this whole thing again? Well, I don't know. Rather not, I guess. I mean, it was really tough. But this shouldn't mean that I wouldn't recommend doing this, because honestly, just mentally, I think it is a huge challenge. If you are into this mind over body thing, that's really the challenge you need to do. Oh yes, and for those who are wondering about some stats, so it took me 18 hours and 50 minutes to complete the whole thing. In total, I think I took roughly 140,000 steps, and I burned, if I'm not mistaken, 10 or 12,000 calories. I'm very happy with the time. I just wanted to be under 20 hours. And once I saw that it would be possible to be under 19 hours, I was just constantly calculating in my mind, okay, I have to be at that kilometer at that time and continue walking at this speed so that it could beat the 19-hour mark. And I'm really, really happy that I did it in the end. I think had I not achieved the 19-hour mark, I would have been pretty pissed at myself. Obviously, that meant that I had to walk a lot faster and that I could have enjoyed it a bit less maybe, but for my personal achievement, that was definitely worth it. I mean, now my feet don't hurt anymore, so I can just look back on a really good, or for me, a really good performance, a performance I'm very happy with. Anyway, that was my experience of the 100K. I hope to have given you a realistic view. I think if you train well, or if you train at all, if you have good shoes, and if you know what you get yourself into, it's a really fun experience. Obviously, I also had fun, but as I said, the last, good 40 kilometers were more of a mental challenge, but obviously you also kind of do it for that mental challenge. So if you're up for that, go sign up for 100K. I recommend you doing it just once in a life to see what it is like, and it's also at the end, you really, really feel proud. It's like a different pride, I think, that I felt after the marathon, because it's just 100 kilometers and it's just like, that's a decent number. And now I have to find a new challenge. Let's see what it is. I guess it's not gonna be a 200K, it's not gonna be 100K running. Let's see what it is. So stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, and peace.